Hello there, welcome to Tuck and Cash. I hope you are doing well. So I'm going to review one of the games that I've played recently. And this was actually a tournament game playing against my friend Flan from Winging It. So if you haven't checked out the Winging It channel, please do. I'll link it in the description. There's a lot of quality Wingspan content on the channel as well. So, alright, look at the starting hand here. That was not terrible. You got the Greeb as a good wetland option. And of course, the Imperial Eagle, hard to not keep that. Since it's such a good point bombs. You can use your card to tuck and pay for that. And the tray was pretty interesting as well. You got the Phoebe and Nightingale, so anticipating a lot of free food being shared around. Looks like bonus card. We got the behaviorist and pastry manager. I guess that was not a bad thought. Going with behaviorist and the teal power, but looks like I decided to go with the pastry manager and the nuthatch instead. Alright, they played a Phoebe, no surprise. Yes, looks like it's gonna be a relatively quick setup here with the Greeb and the Nightingale, especially getting free food from the Phoebe as well. I think that was probably the main reason why I kept the nuthatch, because I was anticipating getting some free food from the Phoebe. So usually if I'm expecting extra free food, I would be more inclined to keep more birds from the starting hand. Alright. Yeah, I got the road and was hoping to pick up the Harrier here. That would be pretty nice. Especially in the early game. One Rodent for 3 points, and not the best engine, but I think it can work pretty well. Yeah, and then I drew the Robin as well. That's amazing. When you have a tuck and draw birds for the grassland, that can really help you to cycle cards. So I say, yeah, pretty good start here. And they got the whitetail. I think that is like one of Flan's favorite birds, the teal power double play bird. He loves it. Alright, more free food for me. That would be very nice, because then I can use that grub to play the Greeb. Then I would be really set up for the round 2 tray here, picking up cards. Probably debating whether to skip the power, because, you know, since Flan is relying on the teal power to play extra birds, so kind of try to limit their option here. But looks like they got quite a bit of food there. But I was in no rush to give out food anyway, since I don't know what food I need. And with this setup, with the 4-bird setup, I also have quite a good amount of egg spaces as well. So once I set up the grassland, I should be able to run it for quite a bit without running out of egg space. Alright, digging time. Savannah Sparrow can be quite good in this case, because if I'm running the grassland engine early, the extra egg spaces should come in handy. And then of course I got the Raven as well. And it's really nice here to have the Raven. I mean, even without the Raven, I think I could have been able to manage the food resource because I got the Nightingale and I was gonna get a lot of grub from the Phoebe. But now with the Raven, it really gives me extra option here in the sense that, you know, now I don't have to activate my Nightingale, so that further limit the food that my opponent is gonna get. So quite like it here. Yeah, that is really a quick and really strong startup here with the Robin and Raven. Raven get you any food, and then Robin help you to cycle cards, and I have a very good wetland that allows me to pick up 3 cards at a time, so I don't even have to worry about picking food or picking cards too many times. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have to ditch the Sparrow there because for the last 2 spot of my engine, I was planning to play the Harry, and then the last grassland spot belongs to the Imperial Eagle there. Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward for my game here. Interesting. Yeah, my opponent playing an interesting game there. They are quickly running off X space there, so that means it would be quite hard for them to run like a late game engine. Probably was thinking, is the red start worth it? But I don't think so, given the Imperial Eagle. Yeah. Belted Kingfisher. That's an interesting option here as well because of the Star Nest and 4x spot. That is gonna be good for the next 2 and a round go there. Looks like, yeah, not doing anything else other than gathering food and laying eggs. Likely because of the end of round go here. Food and supply, that's always a tricky one. But I guess in this situation, I don't mind just accumulating some of the food and then have them ready to be deployed once we get into the next round. And it looks like Flan was trying to compete for the end of round go here as well by picking up food. Yeah. Yeah, it would be hard for them to rely on just grub to play or build their habitat there and play birds, because the Phoebe only get them grub and they're running off X space there. All right. Wow. 8 foods. So is Flan gonna pick up food again to tie or win the end of round go there? That would mean they took 3 turns to pick up food using the forest. It's a pretty big investment, but they could use those food still. It's early in the game. We're only going to round 3 here, so, and yeah, I would say that the tray looks pretty good with the big points wild turkey over there. A little bit surprised that they play the red-winged blackbird there, since I didn't have a very good card draw. But it's still good for this end of round, the third end of round go, and yeah, maybe it can still help him to tuck away some of the unwanted card So we'll see what's the follow-up there. White stork, nice. Now that makes sense. I didn't remember that. Yeah, with the white stork, then the blackbird. Yeah, I can see that now. Now you're building like extra 2 points in the grassland with consistent card supply. Yeah, with my engine, the Downy Woodpecker is quite nice here to extend egg spots, and it's a 3 points bird for 1 food. No complaints there. Now the question is, would Flan pick up the swallow? So Flan cannot pick it up using the grassland because the white stork will refresh the tray. So if they want the swallow, they will have to pick it up using the wetland. Or they can deny the swallow by just flipping it using the stork, so I don't get it either. Yeah, I don't remember what Flan did here. Would I need the swallow, the barn swallow? I mean, we are going to second half of round 3, and I was planning to play the Imperial Eagle in the last spot of the grassland. So the Imperial Eagle with 3 tugs is going to be 11 points. So I would have to activate Barn Swallow for 10 times to make it worth it. So my feeling is maybe not. But the Barn Swallow could have been good for the third end of round goes though. And it looks like Flan did flip it with the stork, so they didn't pick it up, but they deny it. They probably thought about picking it up too, since I spent some time, but they probably did a calculation and came to the same conclusion that that was not quite worth it. Picking up cards here again, probably did some calculation based on the number of cards I have in hand. So the Imperial Eagles would take 3 cards, and yeah, I didn't have too many cards left in hand, so I think it was fine picking up cards one more time here. Especially both of those are good birds to have. The Cuckoo would be nice counter to Flan Grassland Engine, and the Blue Throat, big point birds with lots of egg space. That's what I would need to run my engine for late game. So no complaint there, but probably the last time I would pick up cards in this game, if I guess. With all those birds, maybe play Cuckoo and Blue Throat and then play the Imperial Eagle. That should probably be it for the birds that I would play for the rest of the game there. Yeah. Alright, want to force down the Cuckoo here since I know Flan is going to lay eggs pretty heavily here. And that's a nice setup as well. Great cat bird. They can either double on the tuck with the blackbird, or they can get double grub, so very nice. Yeah, I think that's another thing with Wingspan, you know, trying to get kind of good and playing WoW is, you know, I think knowing when to stop drawing cards helps a lot, and I think that comes with experience. All right, yeah, probably want to play the Imperial Eagle here so that I can start converting food to eggs. So that's extra point there by doing that. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like my late game was gonna be pretty straightforward. Lay eggs and then maybe play Blue Throat. And I should have enough egg space for for the rest of the game. Especially if I play the blue throat. So no surprises here. Alright, flying got the end of round, and the first as well, so pretty good lead there. Lots of big point birds. Yeah. It definitely takes extra skills to play with the teal power that allows you to play another bird at the end of the round. It just takes extra calculation of your turns, and it takes lots of planning with your resources. It takes a lot of intuition to know whether it's worth planning for that extra birds that you're going to play at the end of the round. So yeah, and to be honest, usually I'm not very good and I'm not a fan of that. But I've noticed Flan play it really well when he has those teal play another bird powers. Yeah, for example, like picking up birds like late game, that's such a bold move. Like usually you just want to avoid doing that. But when you have the teal power, it might make sense. All right. Not a lot here. Also skipping Raven there. Hoping to get free grub from Flan to pay for my blue throat. At the same time, not activating my Nightingale unnecessarily and giving them free food. Alright, 3 more turns left. And so I have 6 more egg spots here, so I can lay eggs one time, play the blue throat, and then lay eggs another time. That's pretty much the end of the game here. Looks like Flan is fell on his 8 spots there, so he will have to play birds soon, I would assume. And did I even score the pasturing manager? It looks like maybe if I play the blue throat, I would score it. I got... Okay, so something happened here. So Flan lay eggs, and I did not get the free egg with the cuckoo. And I remember this. I mean, yeah, that one egg turned out to be consequential, but we will see. But yeah, that was obviously a bug. I mean, it happens sometime. All right, we'll remember that one egg that I missed there. So we're gonna play the blue throat here. To extend the 8 spots and lay it twice. That should be pretty much it. Alright, they gain food. I guess they have to activate his 2 power there. And I make a very small mistake here. So I activated my Nightingale to get 1 extra food to turn it into 8. But if I paid attention, I probably should give away other food other than grain, because if I remember, Flan pick up the wild turkey and they needed grain to play the wild turkey. I shouldn't have give away a grain or a seed there. But small things. But sometimes in tight games, those small things matter. All right, now I got the free egg from the cuckoo, and Flan activating his teal power here. All right, if I remember correctly, this was a very tight game. Lots of bird points and bonus from Flan because of the teal power. Very nice, and we ended up with a 1-point difference. And remember, because I missed that 1 egg from Cuckoo, and I have 1 extra grub, so I ended up taking home the win for this game. So that 1 egg bugs make a difference here. And yeah, I wonder too, if I did not give out the grain, would Flan be able to play that wild turkey? Yeah. In any case, that was the game. Very tight game. Really, really quick and strong start for me, I would say, with the Raven and Robin. And Flan play the teal power birds very well and able to rival the Robin and Raven. Really great play from Flan. Again, any case, hope you enjoyed watching this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.